B1 family, welcome to Black Logic. Today for Money Mondays, I'm gonna go over a few credit cards that I actually use. I won't go over all my credit cards because I have quite a bit of them, but there's going to be some ones that are honorable mention that we might see as we're going over this credit card editions. I think I'm gonna start breaking these up in segments versus traveling, shopping, as well as for business. But I have a different plethora of different cards we're going to go over and essentially how to utilize them and maximize some of their benefits. Okay, this won't be so much auditorial but instructional at best. Now, first and foremost, some of these credit cards do require that you have a credit score above 650 or even some over 700. So this is one of the importance of working on your credit score and your credit utilization and all those things that are dealing with credit. But credit cards can be used, as I use them, as a tool versus people using them as a extension of wealth. A lot of times people use credit cards as their get out of jail free card. Sometimes people use credit cards as their emergency fund, which I do not recommend. I believe that you should have cold hard cash in your bank account as your emergency fund. And credit cards is used as a tool and a benefit for the different things that you can do with credit card, purchasing items, whether it be groceries, traveling, gas, restaurants, all sorts of things that we're going to talk about when it comes to these particular things, okay? So first and foremost, let's go over my first card, okay? Let's go over my first card. I'm just going to show you very quickly. With these cards, you have to be very careful if you show someone your card, because the number that's under my finger right here is a security code. So American Express cards have their security code on the front, which is 4-digit, versus most cards on the back that are 3 digits. Now, this is my Sky Miles card by Delta. So anytime you're dealing with credit cards that deal with traveling, especially airlines, you want to make sure that the credit card that you get is an airline that you like and the airline that you frequently use. And then thirdly, believe it or not, an airline that is at the hub at your major international airport, okay? That means that they're going to have more flights than any other airline, meaning if you apply for their card and get approved, that means that you're going to accumulate a lot of miles with this particular card, okay? And this is the Delta American Sky Miles card. Now, unfortunately, some of the cards that I will be presenting do have annual fees, and these are one of the things you have to weigh your options. Does the reward outweigh the benefit, or does the amount that I have to pay comes with a plethora amount of, a large amount of benefits and rewards? And for me, a lot of these cards that I pay $100 a year, and some of them are zero, the benefits do outweigh some of the the money that I pay, essentially. Okay, let's get right into the card. The card I'm referring to is the gold card here, the Sky Miles Delta Gold card. They tell you here that the annual fee is zero as an introductory, but then after that, you pay $100 a year in order to operate and keep this card, okay? And they just charge it to the card. It's not like you'll have to pay it out of your bank account, but eventually you will, but you understand what I'm getting at. Now, I'm not going to go over any of the other cards that I don't have in my possession. I'm just giving you the credit cards that I use and why I use them. The one thing that I love about the Delta Sky card, it states here that 2 miles per dollar spent, okay? So for every dollar that you spend, you get 2 miles. And on purchases made directly with Delta at restaurants worldwide, plus takeout when you guys are doing DoorDash and Grubhub and all these other delivery services, as well as U.S. supermarkets. So go shopping with this card as well, because it's going to accumulate miles. Guess what miles equate to, family? Miles equate to free travel, okay? And I think I'm going to go look inside my email to show you when I sent my son here. He lives in the DMV area, the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, out of BWI. Let me just tell you, I only paid $11.20 to fly him on comfort, not, main cabin or anything like that, or not first class or priority, but he flew in comfort with the extra leg room, okay? Also, 1 mile per dollar on all other eligible purchases. No foreign transaction fees for you guys who like to travel overseas. Ladies, you like to travel overseas and get some exquisite meals and bags or whatever you guys do for fun, right? There's no foreign transaction fees. That means that this credit card is out the US and you're using another country, there's not going to be any additional fees tacked on for that service. Then here's the bonus with this particular card that this blue card does not have. And I'm going to briefly go over some of the other cards, not in depth. Priority boarding and the first check bag for free. So I want you to think about that. We know that carry-on bags for free when you're dealing with Delta or you're dealing with American Airlines. When you're dealing with Spirit, good luck. You got to pay for damn near everything, okay? You got to pay for the spit that you swallow when it comes to Spirit. I flew one time, and that was enough for me. So that's why I think these credit cards will be beneficial for you guys who maybe travel 2 or 3 times a year or even more than that. Think about it. You're traveling to your family's house for the holidays. What if you're driving? Use this credit card, gain the miles. And so when you want to fly somewhere, you can pay a portion and then the rest will be covered by miles. Okay. So that's just the basic of this card. When we get into these other cards, again, this card does have a $99 annual fee. Okay. Some of these others I'll show you very quickly. When it comes to the perks, that's why I like the Gold Sky Miles card. It's only $100 a year. The other ones are $250 a year, $550. I don't travel that much, and I don't think I should ever pay that amount for a credit card just to utilize it. But again, very, very biased on that. Let's move on. Let's move on. Now, the next one is Costco's. I don't know if Sam Clubs have a credit card like this. Let me know, family, if they do. But the next card is the City Costco credit card. Now, for me, and I'm just showing you guys again, I'm blocking some of the pertinent information here. I'm just showing you that, yes, I do have these credit cards. Okay. Let me make sure there's numbers on the back. You got a lot of scammers on the internet. And yes, that is my pretty face on this card because this is a dual use here. So it's a Visa card as well. It is your executive membership for Costco. Okay. Very, very good card there, especially if you shop at Costco, which you have to be a member. You have to be a member to get that card because you're not going to Costco unless you're a member anyway, unless you're with someone. It states here that you have to have a membership each and every year. The annual fee for the card is $0. There's no annual fee for this particular card. And it states that frequent shoppers should have no trouble racking up cash back rewards. And yes, the cash back rewards do work. I remember we was checking out and something printed out and stated that we had like $50 or $60 in cash back rewards. So that does come as a benefit. And here's the thing about credit cards. You guys have to be responsible. This is what I tell people. When you're utilizing credit cards, especially for small purchases, ensure that you have the money in your bank account prior to you using your credit card. That way, once you spend with your credit card, you wait a day or two, and then you pay off that credit card so you don't have to worry about the interest fees. If you notice, I'm not going to really go over interest fees for this one. I'm not, because I'm talking about people who are disciplined. I am talking about people who are using credit cards as a positive tool. And when I used to do a lot of my financial videos, I told you some of the credit card woes and some of the trouble that you guys can get in with credit cards if you're not right by them. But nonetheless, this is a very positive video about credit cards and how to use them. Okay. So with that particular card, you get the most rewards with this one is cash back. It states here that you will earn an impressive 4% cash back on gas and EV charging purchases, okay, at Costco's or elsewhere, up to $7,000 of spending a year. That translates to $280 back a year if you hit that limit. And don't forget, Costco's is just not for food. At Costco's, they have furniture, they have clothing, they have all sorts of appliances. I mean, you can buy your Traeger grill from Costco. So you can easily spend $7,000 a year at Costco's and as well as Sam's Club. I don't know if they have anything comparable at Sam's Club, but again, that was a Citi Visa Costco card, okay? We're moving right along here, family, because we're going to break down some good things that other credit cards that you may not see here does as well. Okay, now we're getting into the American Airlines Aviator Advantage card. And there it is right there, family. I like to show and prove on this channel. Okay, not just a bunch of talk, like to show and prove. That is my Aviator card. I think it's on fire because I recently used it. I think it's still hot. Now, NerdWallet gives this particular car a 5.0. And some of the benefits, okay, some of the benefits, other than it having a annual fee, which is not a benefit, is early boarding as well as another free check bag. And see, I want you guys to think about this. I'm only paying $100 a year for the card. Then I want you guys to factor in the benefits. First, you get that free check bag that on some airlines is either anywhere from $30 to $50. Okay, so now you're talking about $70 or $50 that essentially is paid for itself. Okay, and then you had, okay, we talked about an annual fee. And then again, you have the intro APR, which is good, especially when you're buying big purchases. And even though you have the money, or you don't necessarily have all the money, but you can pay these off in increments before the 45-day mark. And as I told you before, your credit score to get some of these cars we're going over here today is anywhere between 650 to 800. Some of them are even at 690, as you see this one is as well. Now, here are the benefits. You can earn 60,000 Advantage bonus miles after making your first purchase and paying the $100 annual fee. Earn 2 times miles for every $1 spent. So every dollar you spend, they're giving you 2 miles. That can rack up very, very quickly, as this is the holiday season. And today is Cyber Monday. Friday was Black Friday. So if you guys had these cards in your arsenal, you should be utilizing these during this time. And here's another great message. If you guys celebrate Christmas and you buy gifts for your family, friends, your significant other, your children, this is the day to buy it. Don't wait till 2 weeks before December, where they say this is 30% off, but they already increased it 40%. So you're paying a 10% holiday upcharge, so to speak. Okay. It also states here that you earn one-time advantage miles for every spent on other purchases. And then you have the fraud liability protection, means you're not responsible for charges you did not authorize. Let me tell you, family, fraud protection is one of the biggest benefits of credit cards. You don't get that with your debit card. Like a lot of times people have these debit cards. Let me show you my debit card here, okay? And you have the Visa logo on it. So you can use it as if it was a credit card, but it's coming out your bank account. A lot of these cards, unless you're part of a credit union or maybe you've been with a bank for 15, 20 years, they don't have any fraud protection. Once the money is gone, it's gone. But a lot of these credit cards that I've been over, all of them have fraud protection. Give them a call. They say, okay, that was an erroneous charge or someone's using your thing. They're going to cancel that card, pay you back your money, and then generate you a new card, which is grade A good. Now, you see these other cards by American Airlines Advantage, $595. I do not travel that much. I don't need that card. And yeah, here's some other benefits that I marked off for you guys. One of the key benefits, again, you have the free check bag and preferred boarding, okay, up to 4 companions. So that's a great thing. You get $25 per anniversary year in statement credits for in-flight Wi-Fi purchases. Then 25% off in-flight food and beverage services just by having a credit card. But I utilize these credit cards when I'm traveling, especially with those airlines. And you see over here to the right, $100 global entry credit every 5 years. Again, I also travel. I don't know if I have my global entry card here. Let me check. No, I do not have my global entry card. I usually keep that when I'm traveling because you get the TSA pre-check. And if you're going overseas, when you're coming back over through customs, we come back through immigrations, you fly right through. And it's only $100 every 5 years. Again, even if you're only traveling 2 or 3 years, I just think that a lot of these things are beneficial, okay? As you see over here to the right, it gives you some more additional information. Sorry about that. Now let's move on to the next card. Now, I know that you guys should have this card in your arsenal, okay? This card right here, Prime Visa, okay? Prime Visa. Each and every year, you guys pay the $120, $130 is going up every year to pay for your Prime membership. But with the Prime membership, right, you get the 2 to 1 day to 30-minute delivery right to your doorstep. Awesome benefit for people who order online like myself. Also, you receive Prime Video, okay? And you got to be careful with Prime Video because they got them purchases. You see a great show you want to see, and then you got to purchase another movie. But they have a large inventory. And believe it or not, I believe that Prime Video has a larger inventory than Netflix, okay? Not to compete with Netflix, but they do have a larger inventory than Netflix. Then, of course, you have Prime Music that you get. So everybody, most people have an Amazon membership, but listen, you got to get the credit card if you're shopping at Amazon like I do in my family. So here we go. No annual fee, definite big bonus. Even if they had like an annual fee of $25, I probably will still get it because it's just that worth it for me. You get high rewards rate, no foreign transaction fees. And the only con with this one, in my opinion, is that you must be a member. Again, if you're responsible with your credit card, you typically do not have to worry about the interest fees and the APRs each and every year, okay? So here's some of the benefits that you get. And here's the thing. If you don't have this credit card and you're still spending like crazy on Amazon, then you're not reaping the rewards of shopping at Amazon. That's just my opinion on it. Earn unlimited 5% cash back at Amazon.com, Amazon Fresh, Whole Foods, also known as Whole Paycheck, because my wife and I, we shop there and it's expensive, but they have good food, okay? They have really healthy, blah, blah, blah food. And on Chase Travel with eligible Prime membership. Here's another bonus. Earn 10% back on more of a rotating selection of products at on categories at Amazon.com. Earn unlimited 2% back at gas stations, restaurants, and local transit. So here's my methodology and my thought process when I go to this. You're going to go to these places and spend your money either way. Why not use a credit card that's going to benefit you and giving you cash back or travel miles or points or credits, whatever it may be? These are all good. Use credit cards as a tool and not as a weapon in your finances. It also states here's no annual credit card fee, as we went over before. No more waiting. Redeem daily rewards at Amazon.com as soon as the next day. And a lot of these things, you can get Amazon credit. And when you're checking out, you can apply the credit, meaning the money, to the total balance of your purchase, and it deducts it. So again, you're just using this card as a great benefit because you're going to shop at Amazon anyway. And guess what? It's Cyber Monday. You guys probably already shopping or looking to see the price is going to drop as the day goes down. Why not go ahead and apply for the credit card today? It should get approved today because I know you guys have great credit. And then you can go and purchase that and get not only a discount because of Cyber Monday, but also the benefits and cash back of the Prime card. And by the way, this is not a promotional video. This is an educational video to teach and show you guys the benefits of utilizing your credit cards the right way. What's next on the board here? One of my favorite, okay, but I will say, when we're talking about traveling or you're going to see family, but they don't have enough room, so you stay in a hotel, 99% of the time, if there's a Marriott hotel, I'm there, okay? And this is the Marriott Boundless card, okay? Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card. This is card that I have here. Absolutely love it. When we travel, I be having so many points because I interchange a lot of my credit cards, meaning that when I know that I'm about to travel, most people know they're going to travel, unless it's an emergency, 1 month, 2 months ahead of the time. So what I do is I rotate my cards. Okay, I know that I'm going to use American Airlines or Delta. So I take all the other credit cards out, or I put them in a certain order, and I utilize those credit cards the most. If I'm not really traveling, then I use my Prime card or my Freedom Chase card. Those cards that give you tons of cash back that I can use throughout the year. Okay, let me move on here. Now, as I told you before, I have the Boundless card. Okay, and again, there's an annual fee. I know. Again, we have to look at the amount. Does the risk outweigh the reward? In my opinion, paying the $95 and the benefits that I receive outweigh the $95. It states here, the welcome bonus, you earn 3 free nights. Okay, so if you guys think about traveling, you have decent credit, go ahead and apply for the card, and there you go. You get 3 nights for free. Then it states here, after spending $3,000 on purchases in your first 3 months, which a lot of us can do easily, account opening with the Marriott Bonvoy Balance credit card. Now, here's something to take note of as well. a lot of times when you guys are renting or even with your mortgage, it's hard. You can't use a credit card, but you can. There are certain platforms and entities that you can store your credit card on, and then they transfer that into cash to whoever your renter is. One of them, I believe, is, and don't quote me on this, I'm shooting from the top here. I think Zoom, but it's spelled XOOM, which is a subsidiary of PayPal. But there's platforms that will turn your credit to cash. Okay. And I know some apartments and some mortgage companies don't allow you to do these things, but there's ways around it so you can use these credit cards. But think about all your utility bills. Okay. What if you have toll tags and this, that, and the other? You can use your credit card, spend that $3,000 in 3 months, and earn your 50,000 points. And believe me, majority of Marriott, unless you're staying at one of the high-end Marriott hotels, I've done a video on all the different types of Marriott hotels, the Ritz-Carlton. Uh, they have different ones. I'm just a lack of words when it comes to it. They have different levels that's under the Marriott brand, that the points per night is anywhere from 35,000 up to 55,000. But at least with the 50,000 points, it'll look as though you can get probably a night and a half. But again, you earn the 3 free nights when you sign up for this card. Okay. Let me see if anything else I missed. And there's these other cards. Again, I have the boundless card, which is only $95 per year. Again, I think it's worth it. Now, the Bevy card, 250. I don't travel that much. And then you have the bountiful card. Yeah. Again, I'm only going over the ones that I have personally. 6 points per $1 spent. Very important because I use these points. 3 points per $1 on the first 6,000 spent, and then 2 points per $1 on all eligible purchases. So again, if I'm traveling, I use these cards to build up my points. So then when I'm going on the Marriott Bonvoy website, I look to see how many points I have, and I utilize those points. And I'm gonna try to find that email to show you how much I paid to bring my son here for the Thanksgiving holiday. Okay. Let's see. And then we have the Platinum Visa card. Okay. Now, this is one of those weird cards. Okay. Platinum Visa cards. That's one of these weird cards that really don't have any benefits. Okay. Listen to this. Pros: no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, no foreign transaction, no rewards, no new card holder bonus. Why do I have this card? That's the question you may be answering. We get in it no annual fee as well. Intro APR on balance transfer up to 12 month, 0.99. Now, the one benefit, and you can compare these against other ones that may have some other benefits, but I'm going to tell you the one benefit that I have with this particular card, with the Navy Federal Platinum Visa card, with the Navy Federal Platinum Visa card. Let me tell you the one benefit that they don't state here on NerdWallet. Okay, NerdWallet, get it right. My APR for this card is 4%. Again, I want you to think about that. You think about small loans, you think about inflation and the current, if you're trying to buy a house or a car, the amount that you're going to pay to finance that loan. This card has very, very low interest rate. Now, right here it says then there's an ongoing APR of 11.24% to 18%. And when we compare these other ones, I want you to think about this. Look, it goes up to 18%, but these other cards go from 18 to 30, 20 to 30, 17 to 30%, I'm rounding up, 17 to 30%. So I got 4% because the better your credit score, the better the interest rate of that particular card. Okay. So as they stated here, besides the card potential low intro APR, there isn't a balance transfer fee. Other cards simply charge 3 to 5%, and this is why you pay no annual fee. So there's few benefits with that, except with the low interest rate with that particular card, which I think is beneficial. Okay, so let's talk about some benefits of credit cards because I don't think that A lot of these credit cards offer a lot of these benefits. And guess what? You don't even have to be using them. Okay. They also have financial tracking. Credit card statements can provide a detailed record of your spending. This can help you track your expenses and manage your budget. But believe me, it's very important when we're talking about the utilization of credit cards and to be responsible to avoid debt problems and make sure you only charge what you can afford to pay off each month. When I used to give information, we either be negative or positive with the credit cards. And one thing I like to really press is that you guys have the amount of money on hand to pay the balance off these credit cards each and every month, so you're not paying the interest charges, okay? But use these credit cards very, very responsibly, very, very responsible. Last but not least, I have a double whammy for you, okay? These are the business cards. The first one is the American Express Business Cash Card, okay? The Business Cash Card, okay? And if you guys are familiar with my old channel, Ross World, I still utilize this in some regards. So this is the Business Cash Card. And as I stated, under my finger there is the 4 security code that American Express use. So don't let no one see that code. They can do a lot of damage. So that was the Business Cash Card. And then secondly, here's another business, and here's the Business Plus card, okay? So this showing you guys I have those cards in my arsenal. And we're going to get down to the comparison here. There's some highlighted blah, blah, blah. It said, the cashback card give you cash back, of course. And then you can earn membership reward points when it speaks to the American Blue Business Plus. When you guys are traveling and they have these places that say Delta or American Airlines or Chase, all of these areas, when people go inside of them, majority of the people in these places are white. You know why? Because they have been taught to use credit cards as a tool, right? Not to be scared of credit cards. Like you just gonna go on a spending spree and get yourself in financial hardship. No, they've used these cards as a tool, because when you go into the Delta Sky Lounge or the American Airlines, whatever lounge is called, and all these different airlines have these lounges. So you have the credit card, right? And different credit card levels allow you to get in the door without paying anything. You just got the credit card. You show them the credit card, they go in. Guess what's inside of these lounges? Comfortable chairs, fast Wi-Fi, free food, entertainment. Some of them even have beds. So say, for instance, you have a layover in Atlanta and you don't want to go and shop. You just like, I'm just waiting for my next connection flight. You can go in a lot of these lounges and take a 2-hour, 3-hour nap before your flight, because that's what these lounges provide. And these are all based upon sometimes the frequency that you fly, the credit card that you have, or the connections that you have. So a lot of these things are beneficial, even if you're only traveling 2 or 3 times a year by flight, okay? So let's kind of get into the main details here. On the left, we're talking about the business cash card, 2% cash back on all eligible purchases up to $50,000 per year. You have the 0 APR. And listen, none of these 2 cards have an annual fee. That's great for guys with businesses. And I think one of these cards, my limit on it is like 15,000. Then another one is like 30,000. I don't know. Maybe it's a plus card. They don't want me to go crazy with it. Okay, I think I highlighted some things down here. And when you get into these 2 cards for your businesses, fam, they're very, very similar. But the one I like the most is the business cash card. They had a great example down here. Here it is. It states here, when you spend the same $20,000. Oh, well, let me start from the beginning. It says, let's say you spend $20,000 on your business case card in a year. That means you earn $400 cash back in statement credit. And statement credit, not cash. Now listen to this. When you spend $20,000 with your Amex Plus card, you earn a total of 40,000 points. And then if you consider that it's worth 2 cents each, your rewards will be worth $800, which means you'll realize $400 more value for spending the same amount, okay? And these statement credits, a lot of times what you can go in and use a credit and pay for an item that gives you an additional credit on your credit card. This is what I mean. Take, for instance, you have a credit card. Let's pull out this Plus card. Let's take, for instance, you have this credit card and you have a zero balance on it because you paid it off. But you can then go in with your credit and double pay items. And then instead of your credit card balance being $10,000, you would have a credit of $100, $200 that gave you the credit back on your card that you can absolutely use like money. Does that make any sense? It's like a credit that they give you that you don't pay back because you're using the card and after you already paid off your purchases. So you have $200 worth of credit that you utilize that you don't have to pay back. It's a great feature. Okay, it's a great feature. Lastly, it states, if statement credit is what you're after, the better value comes with business, the Blue Business Cash. If you intend to redeem your rewards for traveling using American Express Transfer Partners, Blue Business fits the bill. Okay, so believe me, when we're talking about a lot of these credit cards, they're very, very beneficial that I've used. And if you guys want more credit card videos, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know if you guys prefer traveling credit cards, business credit cards, grocery credit cards, restaurant, gas credit cards. I'll see the ones that I have and I do a deeper dive inside some of these because the benefits and rewards, we only touch the surface of what some of these cards actually offer. Because as I stated before, some of these cards will give you $100 for you to go get your global entry fee. When you guys are coming back from overseas and you stand out long line in immigration, I'm the guy that walks all the way down at the end of the airport to global entry, show my face, boom, I get a little receipt. I show the guy, he let me walk through. They're like, yep, he's not a terrorist. And it's very quick and easy while you're standing hours in that line, okay? Then, of course, TSA pre-check, that's included with the global entry when you pay the $100, which you're going to get on one of these credit cards, which I show you. And TSA pre-check is that line beside the main line where there's a couple of people in, depending on the time of the year. Most of the time, the TSA pre-check line is very, very light. These credit cards, or one of the credit cards I showed, actually gives you $100 credit for you to go do global entry. And it's a benefit. Even if you're traveling a couple of times a year, nobody wants to wait in a long security line. And if guys, you know the perks of TSA pre-check, you don't take off your shoes, you don't take this out, you don't take that out. They kind of scan you, you walk through, and those are a lot of the benefits. But yeah, hopefully that you find value in this video. If you did, please give this video a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share on your other social media platforms. I would like to thank my mod, Jermaine Anderson, for putting in the work today. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. As he was stating here, it's Cyber Money. Why don't you check out the Black Logic store? Yes, I do have some t-shirts. I know some t-shirts people don't like, very bold t-shirts like this. I made this one for myself, so to speak. But again, if you like it, it is a question starter. It will start some conversations, but I do have other t-shirts and hoodies on my store where it just has the BL, okay? It's just a very simplistic, very easy on the eyes, and not a lot of bold embroidery. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me here today on Black Empowerment Money Mondays. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Be one.